was looking at the Trimet Facebook page because I'm working on a post, an interesting post about the Trimet board meetings, which I affectionately call the sock puppets for obvious reasons. And I saw this video here on the new thing up in Vancouver, and I watched it, and I just said, "Geez, I gotta do a little video on that because it's so perfect." Public transportation marketing. It's just your perfect example of how they market themselves to the public. So let's take a look at that real quick.
Resist it and stand still, or embrace it and move forward. The destination isn't the same for everyone, but the journey brings us together. Along the way, we connect to the spirit of our community. Where are you going? How will you get there? Catch the Vine, starting January 8th.
Now you can't tell me after watching that that's not the perfect example of public transportation propaganda. I mean, it's, get on and move forward or stay back and go behind, and they wrap it up in this beautiful visual, and everything is clean and neat, and it's wrapped up in your view of the future. I mean, this is the public transportation propaganda. And somebody like me, who's driven public transportation, who's been studying it since I left Trimet. I've been having my own PhD program in public transportation studies, and I've been reading so much material. And the reality of public, it's nothing like what those ads are, but I had to save that ad because it was a classic. And also, when I was perusing around there, I found this other interesting thing on the Trimet Facebook. I don't really go to Trimet Facebook that much because the live information is over on the Twitter. There's a subculture of Twitter people tweeting about Trimet, generally about fuck-ups, okay? I mean, there's the shills, but there's some real tweets of people having some pretty bad experiences, and so I'm attracted to the Twitter because that's a real-time information feed versus Facebook. But every now and then I'll check Facebook and see some of the discussions are great on the Facebook. I stay out of their business. I don't comment much over there. I mean, I got my own blog. I finally realized I just do my own thing now. I don't care what these other places do anymore, other than me observing them. Anyway, I saw this other thing on the Facebook. Now the interesting thing about I've also put that together with a few other things I've seen on the internet, and what I realized just now is how Trimet has bonded themselves in with the anti-Trump movement. I guess they've actually aligned with that, and it would make sense, of course. I mean, all those people would be probably Trimet supporters, I would imagine, and it's a popular position. I mean, there's nobody around Portland that really voted for Trump. I'm sure there was a very small group, but I mean, Portland itself, I didn't see the statistics because I'm not there, but it must have been 4 or 5 to 1, I would imagine, in Portland itself. So Trimet has put their little brand on the event. It's like, see how good we are. We're like protesting Trump too. We're helping you get there. And that was a fascinating realization because that's what they do. This is how brilliant they are. They attach their little memes to these movements, and gets into people's minds because people are not paying attention to this stuff. The only time they're going to see it is on the news. I mean, the news was playing that, I think. I saw it on Elliot News. I saw it on his feed, and I imagine it's getting played in the media. So, as they always do, they cooperate with government agencies like Trimet to make them, manufacture consent. So I thought that was fascinating how the Trimet officials, those propagandists, hooked in with that too. Because what did it have to do with you? That march had nothing to do with Trimet. Okay, you didn't even pick up the people. I was listening to the call. Okay, you couldn't even meet the demand going to the event. You couldn't meet the demand, so you really don't have a right to even say anything about it. But you attached yourself to that. Very good thinking there. Whoever's in charge of that department.